Even after doing everything and logging in the new user, we still cannot access our product API. Why is that? Think about what is being done so far. So far, when we request a user to log in, we go to Identity Server and then redirect back to our main application. Our main application now knows that a user is authenticated because Identity Server returns a token. That same token we will have to pass to our API. That way API will know that the user is logged in. If we do not pass that token, then API will still think that everything is invalid. Before we pass that token, let's examine what that token is and how it looks like. I will stop the application, and inside the home controller where we have the login action, let me capture that access token. So right here we will say variable access token is equal to, that token is added inside the HTTP context. We have a method getTokenAsync. The token is stored under a magic string access token. Make sure you do not make any spelling mistake. With that, if you make this method as a sync task of I action result, that will be displayed in the access token. Let me add a debugging point and run the application. Let's log out and log in one more time. Let me press F10 here, and we have some dummy token values with some string and numbers. Let me copy this, and this is JWT token. In order to see what that is, we will go to jwt.io and we will go to the debugger. Right here, let's paste the encoded token. You can see the payload data that is present inside this token. It has the client ID, the subscriber, that is the user ID, but we do not have anything related to the role of the user or the given name and last name. What if we want to add more of those fields in the payload data? Let's see that in the next video.